have decided to start this beautiful Monday morning with intentionality, with reading the word from the Bible, of course. I have been big slacking on that lately. Past couple of months, to be quite frank. Of course, when I go to church on Sundays, we are reading the word or the psalm or whatever it is that day. And sometimes I'll read a little bit more on that Sunday, but to be completely honest, I don't do much more than that lately. And I'm starting to notice a little bit of a disconnect. I don't feel as balanced or as whole, or I feel like something is missing and I'm tired, and or things just don't seem to move as smoothly mentally, if that makes sense. So I decided on this beautiful Monday to kind of hit the reset button and get back to the basics and start reading my word daily. Yeah, I do remember when I read the word more regularly, I just felt more balanced, more whole, not as exhausted mentally, if that makes sense. It's been quite a while since I've read my Bible. Like I mentioned earlier, I read it on Sundays when I'm in service, whether it's Corinthians or Psalms or wherever we're at, but actually sitting and going page by page, it's been several months. So I decided to take it all the way back to the beginning, almost. I think the last time I was actually reading it regularly was Genesis. I know, it's like the beginning, but why not start from the beginning? I think where I left off last was Abraham's test. So I just started there, and the plan is to just continue to read it all the way through from there until I get to the end of the Bible. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to do this all in one day, 1 month, not even several months. The plan is to eventually get to the end of the whole Bible, maybe by the end of the year, by reading, I don't know, a page a day. It's not really a contest or a race. I just feel the need to be more connected with the Word and with God. In the past, when I have read more regularly, the pieces of the puzzle, the pieces of this life puzzle connect more frequently. I see more signs that relate directly to me, or things that evolve me or my life and my family and things of that nature. So yeah, I just kind of want to get back to the center of me, and I want to be more intentional with everything. My family, my friends, me reading, just any and everything I do, I want to be more intentional. A little while back, I was more intentional with things that I do, but with everything in life, you kind of slip, you backslide, you kind of get lazy, you zone out. So I'm just trying to really get back on the ball with everything, and it starts with the word. So here I'm just kind of writing down my intentions for the day and for the week, and getting a really good start on the reset button. Yeah, that. Good morning. Wait, say it again. Sorry, my volume was down.
I said, are we in our beautiful apartment again?
We are. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's cute.
This apartment is literally the aesthetic of my house in Florida. That shit, everything looks like nature.
I know, it's so cute. I love it.
It's what I'm doing here too, but this floor is killing my vibe.
Oh my. All right, y'all. Morning meeting is done. Morning meeting is done. Let's turn this light off. Can y'all see me? Oh, y'all can't really see me. I'm gonna have to turn the light back on. How is that? Oh, I'm gonna have to turn the light back on. I'm gonna look a little orangey. Sorry, guys. So the sun is now, there's a cloud over the sun, so the lighting is a little off. But good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's Monday, May 22nd at 11:35 a.m. That meeting lasted way longer than it needed to last. Since, you know, most of us always work from home, sometimes the morning meetings can be a little long. You know, people want to conversate, share how their weekend was, and yada, 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 which I don't mind, but sometimes it can go down like the negative path. You know, there's some people that always mention something negative or sad, and I'm just like, baby, not today. Not today. To be completely honest, being a team lead can be a little draining at times. Like, baby, I don't want to hear nothing about your problems. Sorry, that was rude. Truthful but rude. But yeah, it's Monday, guys. It's another week, another beautiful week, and I'm so grateful and thankful I am here to start another week. As you see, the beginning of this vlog, I started off in prayer, in the word, because I feel like I need to do more of that. I'm kind of like not doing it as much as I was in the past, and I've been feeling really kind of like off balance and kind of scatterbrained and not in line. So yeah, today is the day to kind of get back on now every morning. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but the plan is to at least give it an honest effort. Outside of reading the Bible, you know, every morning I give thanks. Like before I even open my eyes, I give thanks on many things: my health, my life, another day, my son, my friends, my family. But I do want to incorporate reading the word a little bit more, you know, outside of just giving thanks. But yeah, giving thanks is something I do all the time, like all day, every day. And yeah, it's good. So yeah, today's Monday, another work day. I have quite a few things I need to do in my work day today. And I also have some paintings I also have a painting that I need to work on. So I have a really big show coming up, like a really big show. Let me just tell y'all. So like, I had applied for a grant or whatever. I applied for a grant. A friend of a friend gave me a suggestion to apply. At first I was gonna be like, nah, you know, I ain't gonna really do it. And then one day I was like, girl, apply. So yeah, this was back in December. I applied. It was literally 48 hours before they closed the application doors. Long story short, I applied. It was a lengthy process, and I found out in March that your girl got the grant. Right now I'm gonna go get me some coffee and kind of just get this day started. I feel so kind of like, not blah, but I definitely feel like I don't feel like doing the work. But I've already started the day off really good, especially with writing my plans, my intentions for the day and for the week. And you know, I start with prayer, so everything else is up from here. So let me just go ahead and get my coffee, and then we'll be back. Okay, so the coffee is brewing. I went ahead and got that started, but I did want to just touch really briefly back on the grant thing. I've never applied for any type of grant, any type of art grant, any type of grant ever in life. And to be completely honest, when the young lady told me about the grant, I was like, all right. She was like, you need to do it tonight, you know, because you got like 48 hours. She's like, you do it. And I literally went to sleep. And the next day I was like, what are you doing? So, you know, I worked on it for like 3 hours because they were asking like numerous of questions. They wanted to know your plans. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna do it? Like everything from like the concept, you know, music, if there's music, where are you gonna have this location? Like, why should we give you these X amount of dollars to do this? And it took me like 2.5, 3 hours to complete the first half of this grant application, because a lot of the things they were asking me, I was unfamiliar with. I didn't know like how to answer some of the questions, and you know, I'm over here Googling at the same time, like how this artist answered it and how can I word that in something that's for me or whatever. But yeah, it was a process, but it was a beautiful process, and I am so glad I decided to do it and not sleep on myself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I did that, found out a month later that I passed to part 2, and then there was like a bunch of stuff I had to do for part 2, write out more stuff, send your pictures in of your art, yada yada yada, you know. And baby, when I tell you, like, but yeah, so it was just amazing, and I'm just so happy and thankful that I didn't sleep on that opportunity. So many times in the past I've slept on opportunities as if like they're owed to me, like I'm always gonna have them. And I'm just really so happy and thankful I didn't sleep on myself, you know, again. But yeah, it's just dope. Like they done paid your girl a pretty penny, a couple of pretty pennies to put on a show. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, when I read the email stating that, you know, you've got the grant, the check coming in the mail, or it's coming to be direct up, I was like, I literally cried. Like, baby. And let me just tell you real quick. The day before the email, I had a moment, and I was like, God, you know, what's up? Like, you know, what's the next step? What are we doing? Like, I've had this talk with him before, and thankfully, it's always like, okay, it's art. This is the path. Like, don't waste your time doing anything else. But no, I had another moment of doubt, and I was like, where are we at? You know, what are we doing? I wasn't even really concerned about the grant, because I did the grant, not like praying like, oh, let me get it. I kind of did the grant like, let me just see what happens. You know, that's how I did. I was like, oh, let me see what happens. You know, like, let's see what's up. So it was never like, oh God, please let me get the grant. It was never that. It was more so, let me just see what happened. You know, legit, it was like, well, let's just see. Hold on, y'all. I just got a email from one of my supervisors. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, when I applied for the grant, it was really so like a, let me just see what to do. Like, don't sleep on it, sis. Just see what to do. It was really one of those. And then, you know, a month or two had passed. I had a moment. It was a Thursday. I had a moment at night, and I was like, you know, where am I at? It was another one of those moments like, dang, you know, I feel like I'm in this hamster wheel. I'm just running, but where am I going? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, again, Lord, you know, just give me confirmation. Is the art where I'm supposed to go? Mind you, again, I'm not like praying like, oh, give me the grant. Remember, that was just one of those, let's see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they do. You know, one of those. And I was praying again, like asking for confirmation. Am I going the right way? Is art the right way? I'm feeling all over the place. I need balance. Like, what's happening? I was like crying, and I was like, what's good? You know, like, where we at? Is it still, even though he's answered this question for me like twice or more, I'm still like not really all the way listening. And when things get a little foggy, I'm like, oh my God, where am I going? What's happening? Baby, the next day I read the email. It was, congratulations, you got the grant. Put on an amazing show, check in the mail. I was like, oh my God. And how about this? The email had came in Thursday. I didn't see the email Thursday. I think I had checked my email earlier that day, because I have like 3 emails. So I checked that particular art email. I checked that particular email like earlier that day, but I didn't check it again after like 12 o'clock. The email came in like shortly after 12. Baby, so you mean to tell me I cried and was a hot old mess Thursday night when the email had been sitting there since Thursday at like 12:30 or something? Baby, but anyway, I read the email Friday, that following Friday, was elated, excited, and I was like, oh my God, like, God, you had me, I was over here crying like a little baby, and it was already a go. So this is a direction. I am on the right path. But no, I say all that to say, if you have a true passion and you're, you know, doubting yourself, or just not sure, or always kind of like, well, I don't know, and maybe, but I'm doing it now, but because of this, that, you know, just do it. If it's your real passion, just go for it. Don't waste no more time, because baby, time is not always on our side. I'm so sorry, I just went off on a tangent. I was just rambling. Anywho, let me get this coffee. Y'all hear it in the back like, brrr. I'm gonna go ahead and get this coffee, get my day started, and then I'll be back with y'all in a little bit. Oh, and another thing, hold on. Ooh, just got my coffee. And another thing, those DoorDash videos, if you saw them, you saw them. I'm still doing
doing DoorDash occasionally whenever I feel like it, but I don't think I'm gonna be filming it anymore because that's just not what I want to always have on my channel. But I'm still doing it on the side just for like extra cash, but I don't think I'll be like filming it all the time. I mean, I may or I may not, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be adding those all the time on my channel. I just had to like add that too. But yeah, she still be door dashing on the side a little bit, you know, a little extra cash. Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra cash, but it may not be a regular on my channel. So yeah.